nervous. I'm not nervous, but I'm just, ugh, okay. So a lot of people have been asking what I've been eating, what I've been craving. Definitely had a lot more energy. That was when my belly started to finally grow a little bit. I did have really big breast implants and I'm carrying low. Like this baby is down. I'm gonna sit my butt on there. Shirt's a little elevated. A bit more here. I'll give you guys a little bump date here. Zoom out. A little bit of a bump date. All my shorts are getting extremely short and tight. And this is it. This is 30 weeks for me and I am loving it. It's getting bigger and bigger and bigger every single day. I wanted to thank the sponsor of this video, OSEA, who I have been using for years and years and will never not use. So let me tell you more about that. Introducing OSEA's newest member of the family, the Seabiotic Water Cream. This cream is so rich, yet weightless. It leaves your skin feeling supple and moist for up to 72 hours. Containing seaweed and microbiome-friendly pre- and probiotics, which make your skin glow and leave it feeling silky smooth. I've been using OSEA for years now and will list my top favorite and most used products down below for you to check out. You can also use my code STELLA10 for 10% off your entire purchase. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It is Stella the Light, and today I'm going to be going over my second trimester of pregnancy. I am currently 30 weeks pregnant, which I think I say this every single time, but I am still blown away. I'm still so excited. I'm so grateful. This never will get old. This is the most amazing. Why? Am I already crying? This is already the most amazing thing that I've ever done in my life, and it's going to continue to be the most amazing thing that has ever happened to me. So anyways, let me take a second and get myself back on track. I know hormones can, your hormones during pregnancy can make you extremely weepy, but I don't know, man, pregnant or not, I feel like this is a big deal, you know? Anyways, I just wanted to go over how I've been feeling, what I've been through, what pregnancy has been like for me. And I do want to do a small review of the first trimester. I know that the first trimester, it's kind of hard to do a review of the first trimester because one, you don't find out that you're pregnant really. Most don't find out they're pregnant until like 2-3 months in, or, you know, you're like probably 2 months in, like 8 weeks in is when most people probably find out. Oh, and by the way, I'm in this bathing suit top thing because I was getting ready to go outside and I thought, you know what, let me sit down real quick before I head outside and I'll film this video. So that's why I'm in the beachy attire. Okay, so like I said before, the first trimester is very quick because the first couple months you really find out that you're pregnant later on, and then you have just a couple weeks until you're already entering your second trimester, is what it felt like for me at least. So for the first trimester, the feelings that I had, I was extremely excited. Then I got nervous. You know, you feel those nervous feelings because the first trimester you are the most susceptible to miscarriage, and I am close to a lot of people who have had miscarriages because they're very common. They're more common than you think, and it's okay, and it's a normal thing. It's something the body does for all sorts of reasons. It's not necessarily a bad thing. It is just sometimes just what happens. Anyways, so that was, you know, a little nerve-wracking, and, you know, I felt nervous in that aspect. But then I felt at the very beginning extremely tired, over the top tired, like falling asleep while I'm sitting up tired, like weird tired. Not like, oh my God, I'm tired, I can't wait to go to bed tonight. Like, I can't keep my eyes open. So that was the first thing I experienced. Then that kind of subsided, but I still felt fatigued generally. and I did feel nauseous. Now, I did not get sick and throw up, and I didn't feel sick for long periods of time. I would feel sick for maybe 10 or 15 minutes. I think what helped me a ton was just making sure I ate enough and ate frequently, which is something I've done, you know, for years and years now. So I think the biggest mistake that people make is they get nauseous, then they don't eat, and then they get more nauseous, and it's just this back-to-back thing. A lot of people don't eat enough during the day, just in general. So just make sure you're eating fluidly. So that was generally how I felt my first trimester. Now, I did have my first SI joint flare-up, I believe, the first trimester. And that was first, I didn't know what it was. It hurt so bad, and I was like, something's terribly wrong with my body right now, and I'm going to die. And then I found out what it was, and then I was proactive about it, and then it subsided based off of me being proactive and taking care of myself and doing the things I needed to, which was for me seeing a pelvic floor therapist, physical therapist, and starting those exercises, being gentle but still moving, because that SI joint still needs to move. It's not good to not move it necessarily, so it's not good to rest too much, or like, you know, I wish it was as easy as laying in bed for 5 days and just, you know, having it subside. But if you were to lay in bed for 5 or 6 days with SI joint pain, it would lock it up even more, and it would just jumble it even more. You want to keep moving it fluidly, but not in a jolting way. So it's super touchy. Each person is very different, but I would definitely say look into a pelvic floor therapist before you get pregnant and start doing that. And if you're not pregnant, still look into it. I am now a pelvic floor promoter of all pelvic floor health, and forever will be, because I did not realize how important your pelvic floor is and what it does throughout your whole life, and especially as you get older, especially as you get pregnant, and all those good things. So that was generally my first trimester. Now, moving on to the second trimester. This is usually everyone's like favorite trimester, is what I've heard, and I felt great. Granted, I didn't feel too terrible my first trimester. I felt pretty good my first trimester, so excited. Second trimester just got better, because no more nausea, no more tired, lots of energy, lots of happiness, lots of good vibes. Everybody then knew I was pregnant. Just a lot of fun. Like, I had so much fun my second trimester, and I will never forget, you know, that experience of being like, this was my first pregnancy, and like, it's just been so much fun so far. So definitely had a lot more energy. That was when my belly started to finally grow a little bit. Towards the end of my second trimester was when it really started to pop, and it was like out of nowhere it started to pop, and then it was like, I felt like it was growing every day. Like, every day I'd wake up and be like, oh yeah, my belly's bigger, and I've gotten kind of used to it now, but at first you're like, whoa, like there's something hanging off my body, like this little ball down there. It's very cool, and it's cool to see it grow every day. Just such an interesting thing to go through, seeing your body change this way, and your everything. I think generally does get bigger. You have a lot more blood going in your body. I talked about that in one of my YouTube videos. Fluids, things like that. Your boobs get bigger for sure. Mine have probably grown like a size or 2 already. I just want to say, I'm sure a lot of you know this too. If not, I'll link the video, but I did have really big breast implants for a while, and I'm thinking now one of the reasons why I did get them taken out was because I knew I wanted to be pregnant. Is because I knew I wanted to have kids, and I thought, I'm uncomfortable with the size of them now. I know that your boobs grow a lot when you're pregnant and breastfeeding, and I was like, I don't know how I could tolerate that. And thinking on it now, I am just very grateful that I did get those taken out, because my chest would be just insane, and it just would not be comfortable, because sometimes it's uncomfortable now, and I don't have implants, so I can't imagine you know, what that would feel like. Just personally for me, I was over them, glad I got them out. Anyways, just generally feeling wise, I just felt very happy and content. I just felt good. I felt like good vibes, good energy. Everyone around you is just really happy, and me and Damon were so happy. Everything just felt good. So then the next thing that started happening was the baby started moving, which was like, that really kicks it into gear, because then you're like, this is real. There's a real human being in my stomach moving around. Now first it just felt like bubbles, like almost like little flicks in my stomach. Then it started to be like I could see the movement through my stomach wall, or whatever you want to call it. But it was very like jolty, like very like jabby almost. And then towards the end of my second trimester, started moving into like these bigger movements that he does in there, and he does these just like moves. He still does, he gets the hiccups sometimes, things like that, but movement is so cool, and I'm still not over it. I love whenever he kicks. I love it. I absolutely love it. Sometimes it hurts a little bit or feels like really weird. Sometimes it's very, very low and it feels like he's kicking like my butthole or my vagina, and then sometimes it feels like he's kicking like right here in my ribs. He's all over the place. So he's still small, or during the second trimester, I think he was still small enough to where he could move a lot, and I still think he can move a lot in there, but now is the time when he's going to get bigger, and then he stays in sort of the same position, I believe is kind of how it works. So they choose their position that they want to kind of stay in, and they can't really move as much because they're big babies in your stomach. This was a big one. So the first trimester, you're not really thinking about much pregnancy birth wise, and then little things start happening to your body, or you start reading certain things, listening to certain podcasts, and you're just intrigued, or I was just intrigued by certain things, and I just wanted to learn and learn and learn and learn. I actually have 2 books here right now that I'm reading. This one is called The Hunt, Gather, Parent, which is really good. And then this one, my midwife gave me this one, Healthy Baby. I haven't even opened that one. I'm not sure I'm going to. And then this one, which has been really great, and they also have a pregnancy one, I believe, which I wish I would have gotten or known about, but I got the Plant-Based Baby and Toddler, which is also really great. But anyways, I've just been wanting to learn all about hypnobirthing, which I know sounds crazy, like you're like hypnotized. It's not like that at all. It's more so just like a very mindful, mental health related breathing technique, just a mind related birth. Very, what's the word? Not mindful. It's just a different type of birthing experience that you aim for. So granted, you don't know what birth is going to be like for yourself, and I'm a very realistic person to where I understand I have no idea what birth is going to be like, but I wanted to learn all about it. So I wanted to learn all about that. There were so many things, there's so many podcasts. I will list those podcasts right here that I've been listening to, birth related, decisions that you need to make, like on vaccines, on different protocols they do after the baby is born, where you want to give birth, who you want to help you give birth. Do you want a doula? Do you want a midwife? Do you want a doctor? Do you want what type of protocols? Circumcision is big because I'm having a boy, so that's a huge decision to make. Just you want to learn. You're like in this mode of like, I want to soak up all of the information. I'm learning so much about a woman's body and what it does. Breastfeeding, huge. I am like so into that. I feel like very prepared, but I also understand that I'm going to need help after, and it's going to be really hard, and like I feel like I'm grasping everything with a very open mind of what I want to happen, what the ideal will be, and being a realist to the point where I'm like, but it could go completely awry, be crazy, messy, and it most likely will be. But I'm going to try to aim for those things, that I specifically want. Now, when I get that birth plan together and when I get all of that stuff together, I will share a lot more. Just don't have everything nitty-gritty down yet because we are moving and we're doing different things. So I don't have all of that down quite yet. We're leaving for a trip in the bus in like 4 days. So I'll be away and be able to plan some more of that and really think on my choices and decisions that I have to make. So I will share it all, just not quite yet because I'm not ready myself. Alright guys, so I just got done working out, and I always wash my face after I work out just because I get sweaty, it gets gross, and it's a necessity for me to wash my face. So I wanted to show you guys in action the seabiotic cream, and just how beneficial it is. I'm really just blown away yet again, of course, as usual with OSEA. I'm obsessed with them. I'm obsessed with their packaging. I mean, look how beautiful.
I just opened this guy up. This is the second one because it feels so good and so hydrating, and I use this like 3 or 4 times a day. It's that mist on your face. But anyways, okay, so I wash my face with the milk cleanser day to day. That's just my go-to. It's moisturizing, cleansing. It gets rid of debris and dirt, but then balances that oil out because I am very oily, so I need to always make sure that I balance my oil out, which means not over drying it as well as not over oiling it and not using harsh fake oils, which is just another plus from OSEA. So I also used this vitamin C polish that I got from them. You just need a little bit. I mix it in with my cleanser and it just gently exfoliates. So my skin is super clean and super exfoliated right now, but it does not have moisturizer on it yet, so I'm going to go through and just do that very quickly. So after I wash my face, I always do the Sea Minerals mist as like a toner afterwards. So normally people like spray it on their face. I can't handle that, so I just do like 2 or 3 pumps into my hand, and then I go like this, and then I just pat it in, and it always feels really good. I freaking love this stuff, and like you can feel it. It's like cooling and it's just delicious. So the next step is that I use this hyaluronic sea serum. Everybody knows that the hyaluronic sea serum is it. It's like the bomb diggity. And I just take a little dropper and I either just apply it right there or you can just put it on your finger. I'll show you just a little bit. You literally need like none, like basically none. And I do this, and I do it especially around my eyes, but then the rest of my face as well. But just getting especially in there, the more, I guess, crease prone places, because this draws moisture to the surface of your skin. But then what's really important after that is to make sure that pairing with that always is a moisturizer. So I'm going to use my new seabiotic water cream. I'm just so stoked on this. And again, that is literally how much I use. So I usually do like this. And then I use my fingertips mostly to just gently, and I mean this stuff is luxurious, delicious. Like that's what I want to say. Every time I use this stuff, it's like, it's delicious, hydrating, and it's like giving your skin the best drink ever. Like, it's just so hydrating and yummy. I don't know, I want to say like supple? It's a nice word. So this is the Seabiotic water cream. This will probably last me months, which is amazing. Again, usually I'm using so much product. You know, I just have come to find, again, that using just like drugstore products or just like the cheap stuff, that yeah, maybe it costs you $10, but you're using pump after pump after pump. This stuff lasts me forever. I just love it. I just love OSEA. You all know I rave about them. The women who run the company have always been so sweet to me and just so sweet in general. I just love them. If I were to say to get any 2 products, I would definitely say, so hard for your face, I would definitely say these 2, the sea serum and the seabiotic cream. This combo right here, I'm obsessed with this seabiotic cream. Like, I'm obsessed with it, and like they're just so aesthetic. I mean, look at them. Here, I'll show you. So, like I said, wanting to learn all about everything basically is what I've been going through this second trimester. Like, I just want to learn and understand and feel prepared. I feel very prepared, ready, and excited. As weird as it sounds, I am excited to give birth. You know, I know it's gonna hurt like hell, but I think it's just amazing, and I think I'm just excited. I'm excited because I have a really great, Damon's great, my partner, and I have, you know, a great midwife, and I have a great, I just feel, you know, I know that crazy shit happens when you give birth and it's not fun, but I want to just make it a beautiful experience and just something that I'm, you know, I don't know. I know nothing basically, but
I feel excited. I don't know. So a lot of people have been asking what I've been eating, what I've been craving. I really haven't been craving anything too different. I'm fairly active, so I'm still eating a lot of food. I've always ate a lot of food. Probably more food now, but again, I'm an intuitive eater, and that's what I teach in my coaching, and that's what I live by. So I've never, been into counting calories or things like that. So, since starting this lifestyle. And so I'm just very intuitive with it. I'm still eating the same way in the idea that I eat plant-based most of the time, some junk food. Nothing crazy though, and I think that I have been able to stay healthy and eat healthy simply because, again, I'm eating enough. I'm just making sure I eat enough day to day. I don't let myself get really hungry. I'm always, having healthy snacks and healthy meals, and they're very dense and plant-rich. Again, I eat junk food. We eat junk food several times a week. It's not something that I do all the time because it does hurt my stomach and it makes me feel crappy. So I try to avoid that most of the time. So mostly plant-based, sometimes junk food, always vegan. That's one thing. I am always vegan. Next up is my baby stuff. So I am keeping it minimal, super minimal. But during my second trimester is when I started to get together my little list, started to buy a few things. I did my simple registry for when I had my baby shower. I made sure to tell family and friends that I did not want them to buy me randoms. So I'm not a buy me random clothes and toys and books. Get me either a gift card or write me a nice note or something off of my registry, which my registry was like a joke. It was like burp cloths and what else? I will share like some of the, I'm going to share everything pretty much that I got. Now I did get specialty items. I also got a lot of hand-me-downs, which is great. And I shopped a ton secondhand, like a lot secondhand. Almost all my baby's clothes are secondhand, which feels great because you're going to use them for 3 months and then they're going to be done. And maybe I'll use them for my next baby, but I just have thought secondhand, cost-effective, minimalist, and buy as you need. So I am not going to pre-buy a bunch of stuff and then think, crap, I didn't use any of this. I'm going to wait, see what I need, and buy as I go, because luckily we have Amazon, Facebook Marketplace, my family who has tons of baby stuff that I can be like, hey, I need more of this, and they'll say, oh, I have extra stored away here. We're good on that aspect, so we're not overdoing it with stuff. There are some extra things that I bought that I don't think I necessarily need but might help a lot. Maybe I won't end up using them, maybe I'll regret them. I have no idea, but they just seemed like a good idea for me to get. And then I had my necessities as well, so I'll be sharing both. Again, during the third trimester is when I will be sharing more on my birth plan and exactly what I got for the baby, and things like that, because I don't want to show you now and only have 75% of what it is, and I just want to have everything together and be able to show you in a very concise way. Concise, is that the right word? So I'm keep looking at my phone because I wrote down like a list of things that I want to make sure I share with you guys. So the last thing that I wanted to share on is clothing. A lot of people ask me, did I get new clothing? Did I have to get a whole new wardrobe? Did I have to, buy a lot of maternity clothes? Where did I get my maternity clothes? I bought a few maternity items. Not many though, and they're super, super comfy and I love them. But I will say, most of my clothes still fit me. They're just tighter. I wear a lot of like baggier clothes anyways and comfy clothes anyways. Lots of stretchy pants and like yoga pants are my thing, and my athletic shorts, and lots of dresses are great, like summer dresses that are very stretchy. They just stretch with your body. They don't have to be maternity. Some people prefer the maternity because they do stretch a little bit more. My belly has not really grown too much and been too big, so I've been able to fit into most of my clothes comfortably, and I am a plain Jane girl, so day to day I'm wearing a lot of like stretchy shorts and t-shirts and tank tops and stretchy tank tops and things. I did have to buy some more sports bras. Again though, just like 2 or 3, because I wear the same sports bra for several days in a row. I don't really wear like underwire normal bras. I don't know if anybody really wears those anymore. If you do, ouch, because they freaking hurt. I have one in my thing and I hate it. I freaking hate wearing it. Like, I'll try to wear it and I'm like, first off, this looks ridiculous. Like, it makes your boobs look so weird. Okay, I don't want to talk about bras. So yeah, so generally no, I haven't. And I will list the brands here that I have bought from. Blanky and Bumpsuit are the two that I can think of off the top of my head. I think that's actually all I bought from. Yeah, I think Bumpsuit and Blanky Girls, both of those are just really high quality. The Blanky Girls is more like athletic and leisure clothes. They have a few dresses and things. They have nursing bras and stuff like that, really great. And then Bumpsuit is like dresses, and it's this amazing fabric that I'm gonna wear now, and I know I'm gonna wear them afterwards because they fit so well, and I can tell they'll fit me when I'm not pregnant, if that makes sense. So it's not like this big hole, gaping hole where like your belly goes, which is how Blanky is. But they also sell post pregnancy clothing, which I'm also probably going to invest in, because they're shirts, like I have a tank top, shorts, and pants from there, leggings, and they have like the hole for your belly, and they're so perfect because it just is so supportive, yet gives you enough space, just feels really, really good. But you do need that extra little support because your belly gets heavy, man, and I'm carrying low. Like this baby is down, which is like probably why I have that SI joint pain, is because, you know, he's pressing on all that stuff down there. It's just wild. Oh my god. So I think that I went over everything, not 100% sure. One more thing that I did want to cover on the learning aspect. I said I wanted to learn a ton about, you know, pregnancy and stuff. Something that I didn't know about prior to, a little bit I knew about it, but not as much as I know now, is after you give birth is mentally the hardest time for you. Your hormones drop, they plummet, and that in itself is so harsh. Pair that with the fact that you just gave birth, which is like the very traumatic on the body, it's a big deal. Then pair that with you also have to take this human home and take care of it for the rest of its life. It is like a quadruple whammy. Like you're just kind of like thrown into this mess basically, and that is why I think postpartum depression is such a huge thing, or postpartum mental health issues and things like that. So I'm just going to try very, very hard to educate myself fully and entirely on what I need to do to take care of myself after having a baby so I can feel my best. What me and Damon need to do as a couple to make sure that I feel my best so that I can give my best to the baby, so that he can give his best to the baby, and we can just, you know, we're not going to be perfect. Things are going to be hard, but I just want to prepare myself and really make sure that I feel good. We are doing a lot of things already to make sure of that. Both of us are, and it feels really good, again, to feel that like calm, prepared, we're both on the same page kind of thing. So we're just going to continue on and just understand that we don't know how it's going to be. I don't know how good, bad, in between I'm going to feel after having the baby. I don't know what things are going to look like. So that's another huge one. But if you can, and if you want to, subscribe to my channel, because I'm going to be sharing so much more on this journey. I'm going to be sharing a ton of our bus renovation, which is about this far from being complete. We leave in just a few days on a big trip for 3-ish weeks before we come back, and then we're going to move into a new spot to have the baby. Like this video if you can, because it really helps my channel, and leave me a comment, which also helps. And I love interacting with you and know who's watching and what you guys are curious about. If you have any advice for me, please leave any advice. If you have any podcast, books, recommendations, anything at all for me, please let me know. I have about, what is it? Oh my god, I only have 10 weeks left? Gosh, guys. Oh shit. Oh god. Just kidding. But not kidding. Okay. Alright. I love you guys. I appreciate you. And I'll see you very soon for the next video.